Amid all the turmoil at Qantas, Australia has a new cut-price carrier. It's a small company with big plans to woo passengers away from the major players. Despite turbulence in the industry, the chief executive of Air Australia says there's plenty of life left in aviation.
First, the volcanic ash cloud. Then, Tiger was grounded. Now a bitter dispute between Qantas and unions. Hardly an incentive to enter the fray, but that's exactly what Strategic Airlines has done, unveiling its new image as Air Australia, a cut-price carrier servicing mining communities and holiday destinations.
We're flying currently to Port Hedland out of Brisbane, between Perth and Derby, which is in Western Australia, and internationally we'll be operating to Bali, Phuket and Hawaii out of Brisbane and Melbourne direct.
Strategic Airlines is a charter and passenger service that got its big break transporting troops to the Middle East. Now it's targeting routes on which the major airlines have few or no flights.
The business was originally started on $20,000, and it got to a point where we said, well, we've got enough work where we actually should bring in our own fleet and start our own airline, which is what we did.
But the big players insist they haven't taken their eye off the ball.
If people, anybody, any airline or any consumer or any the business thinks that we're turning our back on the leisure market, they are very, very mistaken.
The Brisbane-based carrier has a fleet of 7 planes flying into some fierce competitive headwinds. This week, Singapore Airlines unveiled plans for Scoot, its budget subsidiary that'll target Australia. But it won't be a smooth ride.
The average profit margin of the global airline industry is less than 1%. It is absolutely woeful. All airlines are very nervous about next year, and I totally agree with them. It's going to be tough.
Michael James is a former Ansett employee who knows only too well how perilous the industry can be. Now the sole shareholder and chief executive, he's put his money where his mouth is.
It hasn't been all rosy for us over the last 6 years. There's been times that we have to fight through, and that's what we've done. And every business does that. I think the Australian nature is that we come out battling no matter what.
Air Australia will officially launch on November 15 and open new routes to China from mid-next year. Nicole Chettle, ABC News.